Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Okay. So, good morning. How are you? Yes, good morning. How are you? Trying to ignore this message from Facebook. Okay. So, what's going on? Let me know in the comments. How are you? Good morning. How are you? How you feeling? Rage channel. How are you? Good morning. How you feeling? Let me know in the comment. Yeah, we're here to celebrate victory for one of our clients. Okay, they just got their hold on, they got their green card after 3 years. Okay, they started the process in December 2020. Okay, and they got their green card on June 7th, like 3 years and a half basically. 3 years and 6 months, because some people sometimes they wonder like how long it takes. Yeah, that's how long it can take. Yeah, so we wanted to celebrate this victory and take questions. If you have a question, just put it in the comments so we can answer your questions. Good morning, Elena Dagji. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you feeling this morning? Priority date is March 15, 2023 for EB2. And the cutoff date is exactly March 15 for visibility. Am I eligible to file for adjustment of status? I believe so. Let me double check. It actually tells you, right, date of filing. Let me check visibility. Yeah, we have visibility. Okay, I think you should be eligible. July, EB2, employment base, EB2. Yeah, final action date for employment base, EB2. Yes. So the answer is yes. March 15, 2023. Your answer will be yes. Raj Chanel, your answer will be yes. It's time to file for your adjustment of status. Some said it should be before the date or not on the date. Now, that date and prior, basically. Okay, if you have the exact date and prior. So, final action date for employment-based preference cases. Okay. Let's say date for filing employment base. If you go with date for filing, it says the chart below reflects date for filing visa application within a time frame justifying immediate action. If you look at, yeah, date for filing is even March 22nd. So basically you should file. So Raj Chanel, you should file because the date for filing for you is even better because the date for filing is March 2022 and you have a date prior to March 2022. So meaning what? You should file for employment-based adjustment of status. So the answer is yes. Okay. So let's see. Can I use VAWA receipt date? I don't understand your question, text bond. Can you use VAWA receipt date for EB2 permanent adjustment? Why would you use VAWA receipt? Employment base, you're adjusting based on employment, not based on VAWA. In order to adjust based on employment, you should have I-140 approved. Yeah, I don't understand your question. Priority date retention. No, you're not going to do that. You're not going with a priority for a VAWA to adjust under that's VAWA is family based. EB2 is employment based. Two different categories of green cards. You can't use. You can change categories under employment itself, but you can't use both. No. VAWA receipt date is the same as I-140, but just go with your I-140 date. Yeah, you should go with I-140 date. That's it. Why would you wanna do that? You should just go with employment base. Yeah, I don't see why you want to do that. Test bond 007. I don't see why you want to do that, because VAWA is family based, I-140 is employment based. When you adjust under employment, there's different requirement for adjustment of status. You have to be lawfully present. You must have maintained lawful status. If you don't have that, you're never going to adjust under employment unless you qualify under 245I, which is an exception. We have talked about it. Or if you have a technical reason exception, which is really hard to win. We've talked about it as well. But no, don't be mixing all those two things. Sorry, that's not how it works. No, they cannot. Watch Chanel, they cannot, because they can do it under the same category. Like employment, if it was maybe they apply for EB1, now they want to drop to EB2, that's different. Okay, but this is family based versus employment based. You can't port those category dates like that. It's two separate categories. That's it. Okay, let's move on to another. Test bond, you cannot do that. The answer is no. Let's see who else has a question. Let's move on to another question. Frederica, I just came in. What is the new update? No, we don't have any new update as of now, but the rumor has it that they're going to do something about parole in place sometime before the election. So we are closely monitoring it because everybody's waiting. We're monitoring it. Once we get a news, trust me, you will know it because it will be all over YouTube. I'll do a live session explaining about it. But as of today, as of now, we don't have any updates. However, I did my last video trying to let people know how they can prepare, what type of document they should have in terms of preparing. That's the same question Maka Tower is asking. What about Biden parole in place? Maka Tower, that one doesn't even apply to you. Okay, you just need to forget it and wait for BIA to dismiss your case, then you can adjust. That one doesn't apply to you because first of all, you came here with a visa, so you have a way to adjust status. That's for people who came without visa, without inspection. Okay, so I never had I-140. EB2 perm adjustment can use VAWA receipt date is all I heard. Yeah, test bond. A lot of dates, you've heard it. Yes, a lot of dates can be ported to each other, but under the same category. If we're talking about employment, it has to be under employment. You can't take family base and put it under employment, because first of all, in order to adjust under employment, you have to meet certain requirements. Must have been lawfully present, must have maintained continuous lawful status. But people who usually adjust under family base, immediate relative, it doesn't matter if they unlawfully present, because it's automatically forgiven, the unlawful presence. That's why you see people who marry U.S. citizen, even if they've been here for a long time, as long as they came with a visa, they can adjust status. Unlawful presence doesn't matter, but the employment base has to, they have a lot of things that have to meet a lot of requirements. Okay, so what else was saying? And been working over 10 years. Okay, I heard a lot of how the date can be ported to each other, but okay, I can come back on H-1B visa anytime. Yeah, if you're still within lawful status, of course, right? So yeah, employment is a different game. Okay, so what else? Do we have anything else? Anybody else has a question? Please put it in the comments so we can move along. Please put it in the comments so we can move along. If anybody need a consultation, you can schedule it. Always schedule your consultation prior to the hearing. You're welcome. Test bonds, you're welcome. Prior to filings, your consultation prior to filing, trust me, it's going to save you a lot of trouble. Because some people do it after they get in trouble, then they pay more. If you really need a consultation, you should schedule it. I charge for it. But if you have just a question here, you can put it here. You know, we can answer it. Yeah. So what else is going on here? Let's see if we have people on. You're welcome. You're welcome. Arthur Frankowski. Okay, I got the determination issued. What is the next step? You just wait. Is it for VAWA? The next step is the approval, right? If it's a VAWA, most VAWA cases you don't get a interview. Not all of them, but at least 85 cases of VAWA, they don't call for interview. If you get a determination letter, it's a good news. At least the evidence you provided, it's enough for them to make a final decision. So now you just wait for your decision. Oh, this is employment. Oh, okay. Oh, this is you got a determination issued, like labor certification. What do you mean by determination issued? I want to know exactly what you mean by that. Labor certification approved. Okay, yes, okay. If you get a labor certification approved, now you take it along with your I-140 or I-129, depending on which one you're applying. Yeah, so now you take it along with your I-140, you send it to USCIS. Under what category are you applying? Is it EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, EB5? What category? Preference category, basically. Yeah, you need to give me more so we can answer you better. Okay, it's a work privilege. Okay, but what are you applying for? What type of employment based category? Like EB1, EB2, EB3, which one? as far as employment base is concerned. So if I just have to say the way it works, right, for employment base, you get a wage, prevailing wage determination. Track to have an outcome. That should be EB3. But anyway, so the way it works is this, right? Procedurally, basically, you get that prevailing wage determination. Then you file a labor certification with the Department of Labor. Then it get approved. Along with that, you go to the next step, that will be USCIS I-140. You file it with USCIS, and usually you can pay extra to get your answer within 15 days. And once it is approved, then you start waiting for priority dates availability, so that you can apply for adjustment of status. That's if somebody is applying for a green card based on employment base. If it's just a regular work visa like H-1B, or just like employment based in terms of just a work visa, the way it's going to play out is, you get the prevailing wage, you get the labor certification approved, you file the form I-129 with USCIS. Once it is approved, you go out for consular processing, then you get a stamp, right? So, but each one has a different way of doing things. They have to choose you too, right? That's a little bit complicated than what I just explained. But anyway, so it's a great news that you already have that. Okay. What else? What else? Do we have anybody else in the house to ask the question? Shabani Kabura. Okay. How long asylum travel documents taking these days? 1 year, I can say. A year. But what people do if they're in a rush, right? Like they have something urgent. What you can do is have an appointment, make an info pass appointment, and fill out the form I-131, along with the proof that you have as far as why it's urgent for you to travel right away. When they give you an appointment, you can show them the reason why traveling is so urgent. Then they can approve you on the spot. That's what we have done with our clients. If you're in a rush, like you have to be there for some reason. A reason can be somebody's seriously sick at the hospital. Another reason can be you are the executive, like the person who execute for the will, or somebody's die and you want to be there for the burial ceremony and stuff like that. So you can make it expedite. Basically, you ask for info pass appointment online, and then USCIS will call you. Then you go with your I-131 already fill out with the USCIS fees, of course. Then you show them the proof why it's urgent. Then they're gonna give it to you on the spot instead of waiting, because right now it's taking at least 1 year. That's the minimum I've seen so far. Watch channel. Oh, so you had a 2 years home residency, but if you just show your passport with the stamp when you came back after the 2 years, it's just gonna show that you what do you mean? You mean the passport? Okay. No, I don't mean the passport, the travel document. You say you are asylum travel document, right? So you're applying for the, as a refugee, you already have asylum granted. Now you need a travel document. How long does it take? Then I said, minimum is 1 year. But if you are in a rush because it's urgent, you have to be there. I can't travel with my, yeah, you cannot because you're asylum, but you're looking for a travel to go somewhere else. That's what you're asking, right? The question was how long it's going to take. Well, I-131 is taking at least 1 year. What I was saying is that if you have some type of urgency and you have to go somewhere because somebody's sick or something like that, then you're gonna have to make an appointment and go to USCIS to get it expedited. Then they're gonna give it to you. If they look at the reason why it's urgent and they agree, they're gonna give you on the spot. So basically that's what they're doing. But as far as going home, you cannot, because remember it's asylum. You can't go back in the country where you were persecuted. But that wasn't your question. The question was how long is taking this day, right? So yeah, Wash Chanel. Wash Chanel, again, if you spent 2 years outside of the country and you came back, usually you will just show your stamp. It clearly shows when you came back. Okay, and the stamp on your passport when you went out. It clearly shows, you know, how long it took you outside and when you just came back. It's so clear. That's convincing, clear and convincing evidence. You're welcome. Oh, you also came back with advance parole and you were admitted. That's good. That's good. You came back with advance parole and you were admitted. That's good. For the purpose of adjusting status, that's good. But remember, if you are adjusting underemployment, the game is different. So Sour Musical TV, just hello from Texas, El Paso. Sour Music TV, I thought you were in Arizona. What happened? So you went to Texas? Are you on vacation or something? Yeah, I thought you were in Arizona. Shabani Kamu. No, I don't do that. Shabani Kamuho, I don't do that anymore. For asylum interview, no, I don't do that. It's either I am your lawyer or I'm not. I don't do mock trial interview for asylum. No, I don't do that. I've done it for one person because the person was my client for another case, and then the person needed additional help with the asylum that was pending because the interview for the asylum came before we went for the interview for the green card based on marriage. So I had to help the client. But I don't do that. It's either you're my client or you're not. Unfortunately, I don't do that. But I know some people do on YouTube. They do that. You should check on them on TikTok. I've seen a lawyer who just charged for interview practice. That's it. Nothing else. I believe she charges like $1,500, $1,500. But as far as I'm concerned, no, I don't do that. Unfortunately, I don't do that. Anybody else? 11 people in the house, by the way. Please like and share. So we are continuing with our conversation. If you have a question, please put it in the comment. We're here to help out. You're welcome. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Shabani Kabura, you're welcome. Is it any document that I need? My original password is expired and I have no status. So, Sour Music TV, sometimes I wonder with your questions. Sometimes I wonder with your questions, okay? So, do you just want to go and get stuck outside or what? So sometimes I wonder, really, I wonder, I'm like, okay. But to answer your question, really, if you want to travel outside of the United States, if you have TPS, you're going to have to get a travel document based on approved TPS. And then depending on where you are going, you're going to need the visa for the country where you're going, because I don't know where you're going, what are the requirements for their country. But if you, let's say you originally filed for asylum and now you want to go home, that's a big no. That's a big no, because now when you come back, they're going to say you misrepresented facts, because why you filed for asylum, now you're going in your home country. It's like, it doesn't work like that. So, good morning, Iqbal. Iqbal, aren't you? What? You're supposed to do your consultation today. I'm still waiting. You're not coming for the consultation anymore? I mean, it's online anyway, but you're not coming any. You're not scheduling your consultation, Iqbal. I think you're supposed to do the consultation today, right? So, anyway. So yeah, Sour Music TV, really, in order to travel outside, if you don't have any status here, you have to get a advance parole. But the advance parole is given to you based on something that is pending. Let's say you have a green card pending or asylum pending. But with asylum, it's a little bit different, because remember, you claim persecution, you cannot go home. If you end up going home, the claim in question, it becomes frivolous. You don't want that. So, but if you have TPS granted, yes, once TPS is approved, you can ask for a travel document, then you can step out. Depending where you're going, depending on the country where you're going, what are the requirements for entry in their country, right? So that's how I'm going to answer your question. Oh, Iqbal, it's not you. I'm sorry, it's not you. Sorry about that. How long it take to take the info pass with USCIS? Well, basically you call them or online. I think there's a link online where you request, then they're gonna call you. They usually call within 48 hours, 2 days. They will call you to make an appointment. How long, I don't know. It depends on what center. Here in Baltimore, usually they'll call you within 48 hours. Then they'll look at the calendar. If they have opening, then they call you back. Maybe 2 years. Maybe 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, they'll call you. Then you go on the spot. Then they'll decide whether or not you deserve to leave based on what you're showing them as urgent. It has to be something emergency in order for them to give you a stamp to get out and come back, of course. Ipoligasun, madam. Oh, hello, Gusanu. How are you? Oh my gosh, no response for OPLA for motion to reopen. That's really bad. That's, I wonder really what's going on, because really Chicago, they don't do things like that. Even Miami, where they have a lot of people, they respond. I have a client, they just responded to me yesterday with requiring a lot of information, which we filed just 60 days ago. Not even 90 days yet. They just responded like, hey, we need the additional information, and then I just responded back. That's Miami. Remember, Miami, they have a lot of people crossing from the border, but they are responding. I don't understand why yours is taking too long. Uh, Maybe you must have pissed somebody off over there. That's what it. I don't know, really. To be honest, I'm speechless. But I've seen some people taking too long, like in Ohio. I've seen it before. So it's not unusual, but it's rare. Iqbal, that's what I'll say. It's not unusual, but it's rare. The only thing I'll tell you is just keep following up, and eventually you get your response. Okay? Ele, Shabani Akura, Ele, I don't know. Just call them. Just call for info pass appointment because you have an emergency, you want to travel, and you want a travel document, like advance parole, basically. Um, because your case is pending, right? That would be advance parole. That wouldn't be a travel document. So yeah, then you go from there because I don't know how long it's gonna take, but they will respond basically within here at least 48 hours. They will respond, they make an appointment, then they look at your paperwork. What do you have to show them as proof of urgency? Then they decide based on that whether they're gonna give you advance parole or not. I don't want to go home. You don't want to go home, but how are you gonna do? Just stay here. First of all, Sawa TV, I thought your case was at the BIA. And when your case is at the BIA, why do you want to go home? You might have problem coming back. I don't have a specific phone number, Iqbal. Last time I gave you just a regular, that's just like how we send email. We just send to a regular, the main address, and then they respond. And they just call ICE, the phone number there. And then sometimes somebody will answer. Sawa Music TV, you home only Saturday evening. That's why I can't schedule appointment. Okay. So email me, okay? Email me, then I'll say I'll tell you what you can do. Email me. Okay, let me Sawa Music TV, let me give you my email because sometimes I wonder, I feel like email me. I'll do a consultation on Saturday. But you have to pay because I can't do it if you don't pay. You pay, then I'll do a consultation Saturday. But you are in Texas, I'm here in Washington, D.C. It's like Eastern time. I'm on Eastern time, so I'm gonna go with my time. Okay? That's my email. Phone, no response at all. No, by email. Yeah, so I don't know what else you can do because that's what we do. We either phone call or email eventually. But the thing is, Iqbal, if it's a lawyer that is emailing them, usually you get a response. But if it's you, sometimes that's why they don't respond. But my question to you is, what is your lawyer saying? Because you really have a lawyer on that case. What are they saying? Like, based on marrying a U.S. citizen. Yeah, if the person marries a U.S. citizen, they can adjust, but Gusano, the problem becomes okay. Let's answer Gusano first, then we go to other people. Okay. So Gusano, A2 visa, that's basically diplomat, right? Anyway, so can you adjust status? The answer is yes, you can adjust if you marry a US citizen. But with A2 visa, they have those other forms where you have to get a waiver in terms of like waiving those diplomatic duties, stuff like that. But the simple answer is yes if the person is a US citizen. Okay? So, Sour Music TV. Okay, Sour Music TV, it's because I don't work on Saturday, okay? That's the first reason. But because you keep claiming that that's the only time you can talk, yes, I can do it as a favor, but you're gonna have to pay. Then I'll talk to you on a Saturday, which is tomorrow, for example. It's tomorrow, Saturday, I can talk to you. But just know that I'm Eastern time, so I'm gonna go with my time. When you talk about evening, I don't know what time is gonna be your time over there, because I can't work. Like, the latest I take phone call is 6 p.m. Eastern time. So I don't know your time, what time is gonna be 6 o'clock. So that's the problem, okay? But if you can fit, the consultation is only 30 minutes anyway. Don't you have break? Don't you have this? So you can talk even during your break. But if you don't make an effort, it means you don't really need it. You talk to the lawyer. Yeah, Iqbal, this is what you can do, right? Since 2022, that's a very, very long time. You're gonna have to talk to your lawyer, and the lawyer has to email somebody. They have to make sure they get in touch with the lead attorney or the chief counsel in Chicago. There is a way to get in touch with them. That way, they're gonna answer you, because the way I work like right now, I have a case in Chicago next month. I already emailed them, but because it's automated response, I haven't got a response yet. But because Chicago, they have a rule where they say that they respond only within 2 weeks of the trial. So that's why I'm not worrying. I'm waiting 2 weeks prior. I'll try to get in touch with somebody there, and eventually I'll get in touch with somebody, and I will call them about this dismissal. You see, that's how I'm gonna work with them. Miami, they have a lot of people, but they do respond, because at some point they have to respond. So I'm not sure what really the miscommunication is. I'll really, yeah, you can talk to. I don't have an email for chief counsel because they don't give it to you. They're not gonna give it to you. But when you're a lawyer on the case and you follow up, like this man email. Eventually, your email is gonna be referred to somebody, and eventually you're gonna talk to somebody because you're the lawyer on the case, because they have to talk to you. But I'm not sure why they're not responding to your lawyer. That's what concerns me. Okay, so you're gonna have to really talk to your lawyer about what else he can do. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes he can, if he's part of the American Association for Immigration Lawyer, he can email them. They can get in touch. They can find a way to get, because he's in Chicago, so I think he's part of the Chicago chapter. Yeah, he should have the email for the chief counsel in Chicago. Yeah, you really have to sit down and talk to the lawyer. Yeah, you really have to sit down and talk to the lawyer. Okay, João Paulo, my company is relocating. Will that affect my EB3 permanent approved and waiting on I-140? That I don't know on top of my head. It looks like I have to research that one. I don't know on top of my head. But can you relocate with them? Because I know that you can change jobs. That's something I know. But as far as relocation, can you relocate with them? What's going on? So you cannot relocate with them. Okay. So is it gonna? Hmm. I think it's mine, because if the company relocates and you're not working there, how are they gonna approve I-140? But what I think you is you can transfer. Um, yeah, I know something about that. Like you can transfer, but I don't know it on top of my head like that. So this is something I'm gonna have to research. Okay. So, okay, email me so we can make an appointment, but just know that I work on Eastern time, and 6 p.m. is the latest I can do as far as talking to somebody on a Saturday. Just email me and then we can go from there, okay? Okay, so Gianna Polo say I-140 is approved, doesn't matter. Relocation doesn't matter. You are they working on? Let me just look at it here a little bit. Iqbal, I don't have it. That's what I'm saying. I just sent the email to the direct line, the main email I provided to you, and of course it's automated. And when they respond to me, they will forward it to somebody, and eventually somebody will get back to me. But somebody is just a lawyer on that case, because they have several lawyers on cases. What I'm saying to you is you need to talk to your lawyer and tell them that you really need them to follow up. And another way to follow up, if the lawyer is part of the American Immigration Lawyer Association, and because the lawyer is in Chicago, that's Chicago, okay, and Chicago chapter. So meaning what? He has access to those association, and he can get an email from the chief counsel. So yeah, because here in Maryland, for example, every week, because I'm part of the association, every week they send us who is gonna be, if like let's say you have what judge is there, who's gonna be on that case. We have email access in Baltimore because I'm here in this chapter. Yeah, he need to do more research. Well, he got paid. Yeah, we have a breaking news. So we have a breaking news right now. Remember those people who no, where there's a mistake in the notice to appear, the Supreme Court just said that it's okay to issue a lot of notices to appear. So that the argument of there's a mistake in the notice, that's why you have to resend the notice. I don't think that argument is gonna stand anymore. This is just breaking right now. I'm reading it right now as we speak. Yeah, Iqbal, to be honest with you, that's what he should do. He should just get in touch with the American Immigration Lawyer Association's Chicago chapter, and they can find that email from the chief counsel, and he can email the chief counsel to talk about who is on your specific case and how to follow up directly to the lawyer on your specific case, because 2 years is really too much. And Chicago, they don't have damn many people like that. Even Miami has a lot of people, but they're responding. I filed a PD request like 2 months ago. I just got a response from the lawyer on the case. And I just sent the follow-up email on the general email, and that email get forwarded to another lawyer, and the lawyer on the case will come back to you, and you start negotiating. I don't understand what he's doing. Really, you need to push on him so he can do something. Because if you were with me at this point, you would get a response already. Because I'm good on following up. But anyway, good luck. Good luck. I hope you can do that and get him to follow up for you. Yeah, let's answer Gianna Paolo again. Does it really matter? Gianna Paolo, this is an answer that I have to research. I don't know it on top of my head. If the company is relocating and the I-140 is approved, is it going to affect your adjustment of status? If you're not working there, I think it's going to affect your adjustment of status because you have to work there for the company. That's why you got the I-140 approved. So unless you're working remotely, that's what I would think about in the head of just on top of my head, like logically. But it's something like we're going to have to research about it. What is the news? I'm waiting on that. There is no news, my friend. The only news we have that just broke. Are you talking, Marlene, are you talking about parole in place for spouses of U.S. citizens? As of today, there's nothing going on. Really nothing as of today. We're just waiting. But there's one news that just broke. The Supreme Court is basically saying that, remember when long time ago, we used to talk about the defective notice to appear, but now the Supreme Court is saying that it's okay for the Department of State, DHS, to issue multiple notices to appear, basically to correct the first notice that had a mistake. So in other words, the argument in Chavez is not going to stand anymore, right? At this point. So yeah, Molina, there's nothing going on as far as the parole in place for spouses of U.S. citizens. Really nothing is going on, to be honest. Nothing until now. We're just waiting. Good morning, Timothy Joseph. Mr. Joseph, good morning. How are you? How am I doing this morning? Well, I'm doing okay. A lot of questions today. For some reason, everybody's trying to bring their questions today. But I'm doing good. Thank you. Oh, you're talking about Chavez v. Garland. Yeah, Molina. It looks like Chavez v. Garland is not going to work anymore. I'm just reading it. I haven't read the entire thing, but it says here the Supreme Court on Friday, today, said that the federal government practice of issuing multiple notices to migrants to advise them of removal proceeding is acceptable, ruling that in absentia, removal order cannot be rescinded when the government failed to provide the location and time of immigration court hearing in a single document. Looks like they're overturning. I have to read the entire thing. It looks like they're overturning Chavez v. Garland. That's really sad because some people cases are still pending with BIA based on Chavez v. Garland. Yeah, that's what's going on. It just broke now. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to read it to understand what they're saying, if it applies to everybody or not. But let me just, yeah, that's what's going on right now. Oh my gosh, you can't, one thing after another. Why don't we try to get to another thing, then we have something coming. We're trying to give it's like we can't get a break with those people. They can't make up their mind once and for all. Okay, anybody else? Let's answer the questions. Anybody else? Yeah, let me see what the Supreme Court is saying so I can explain it right away. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Yeah, Molina, this is sad. It's really sad. It's like we're trying to get on some subject, they're coming with another thing. It's like, really? Let's see if we can full article. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, in a 5-4 decision penned by Justice Alito, sided with the Biden administration argument that when the initial notice to appear is missing the time and location, a second notice with that information can provide a basis for an immigration judge to order the removal of immigrants who don't show up to trial. So, yep, this is it. That's really bad. I don't know what's gonna happen to the cases that are still pending. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen for those, because I have a person here who usually come to our live who has a case pending with BIA. It's not my client, but he has a case based on the same argument. But I don't know how it's gonna end up for them. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Sad news. Really sad. Yeah, Chavez v. Garland is overturned. That's it. This is crazy. I can't believe it. Yeah, this is really sad. Chavez v. Garland is overturned. That's it. Yeah, the people who had those cases pending, I don't think they can do anything with it. It's just gonna be dismissed. Sad, sad, sad. Anyway, this is it for today. This is it for today. Is it a good sign? Yeah, it's a good sign. But if when it comes to VAWA, really what you need, just do the background check, like fingerprint. If you don't have any criminal history, it means you have good moral and character. That's it. That's what we do with all our clients. They go to a police station, they do the state background check. It shows all the 6 places where uh, like it shows the places you've lived within the last 6 months in that county or that state, and you get a police clearance, background check, state background check clearance. That settles that problem of good moral and character. So you don't even need people to write it down for you. You just need a background check. That's what we do. That's it. You just need a background check. Yeah, just get a background check. That's it. Okay, so this is it, right? We talk to everybody. We answer all questions. If anybody need a consultation, they should just schedule it. Consultation links are in the description box below. I do charge for consultation, and it's always best to do the consultation basically prior to filing. That's the best way to do it, before filing. It's better than after or in between. No, it's better to just do it before. But if you didn't get a chance to do it before, you can do it in the midst of filing, or when you get a request for evidence or notice of intent to deny. You still have a chance to fix the issue. So yeah, you're welcome, Molina. You're welcome, Molina Flooring Gallery. So this is it. I hope you're gonna have a great weekend. Timothy, I already said no. The cases have already been filed. Why would I take it? I don't. It's already been filed. But let's say you get a request for evidence and you want me to respond to it. Yes, I'll take it because now I have something to do. If you get a notice of intent to deny, then I'll take the case because now I have something to do, and now you're paying for something we have to do. But if you already file your case, what am I going to do with it? Logically, it don't make sense anyway, right? So yeah, just wait. It's going to happen. Your time will come. They're going to respond to you. So it's just that vow is taking like 3 years. Any updates on parole in place? No, my friends. Cheris, Kadosh, nothing. We're just waiting. But it looks like it's going in a good place. It looked like we are gonna get a good news before the election. So we have July, we have August, we have September, we have October. So sometimes before the election. Jasmine Carroll, PD denied. They say we don't give PD if waiver involved. Is that true? PD, you know, PD is discretionary. They can give you any reason they want to deny. Is that true? That could be true because that's how they just want to deny it, because you're gonna have a waiver is involved and the waiver is discretionary. Sometimes you just try again. You give it sometimes to try again. If it doesn't work again, what I can do, you just file what we call sua ponte motion. Like you file it and you let the judge decide. But because they already denied, they're gonna oppose it. Then you appeal. So you just don't give up. Because whatever they want, they will say as a reason to deny. You see, because it's ICE, it's PD request. So they're gonna find a way to use their discretionary power. That's why it's called prosecutorial discretion, the power they have to use their discretion. So it's at their discretion whether they want to grant it or not. And if they want to deny it, they'll find any reason to deny it. And there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do is you wait a little bit, you come with another better argument as to why, even if the waiver is involved, you believe that the waiver can be granted based on this. If they deny again, at that point you file directly with the court and you let the judge decide. But because they deny it, just be aware that they're going to oppose it when you file with the court. Then you appeal. Okay? You appeal to the BIA, then you go to the circuit, the federal court. There's a guy who asylum was denied. I just had a consultation with him, I believe 2 days ago. His asylum was denied at USCIS. They say it was frivolous. He went to the court, immigration court denies the asylum again, frivolous. They went to BIA, BIA denied the asylum again, frivolous. He went to the second court. The second court vacated the decision of BIA. So they remanded the case back for BIA to make a new determination. So the guy never gave up. So it's not because they refuse that you should give up. You cannot change the fact that they refuse, but you cannot give up. You can always continue until you find the final resolution. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Okay? How long is taking to get work permit nowadays? Taking between 3 to 6 months. That's what I've seen on my cases. If you file concurrently, can you expedite our case? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on what argument you have. The cases that I've tried to expedite, the one that worked, it's because what I thought and what I feel up to today, it's because those people had children, U.S. citizens who were sick, seriously sick, and they did expedite the case. And another person we tried lately didn't work out. So it's just, you can try yourself too, right, to be honest, because it's just a matter of chance, I believe. And you can try with congressman's office as well. It can help you if you have argument as to why they have to expedite your case. But as far as I'm concerned, you gotta have something extreme for it to work. Otherwise, you're just wasting your money. Okolulu Jempeji, how long I think? I don't know. Okolulu, oh my God, Olakule, I don't know. We've been on your case forever, right? Just wait, they will respond to you. Don't worry. The only thing you can do is just follow up. Don't give up. You can follow up to congressman's office too. Sometimes they put some pressure. It works. How long it takes? I don't know. My case in Boston, it took them 6 months just to reopen it after administrative closure and after we terminated removal. That was Boston. It took them 6 months to reopen it. We keep telling them you need to reopen the case, and when they reopen it, then they ask for waiver because the person had to file for a waiver. Then we filed for a waiver. Then we waited another like 30 days or 45 days again. Then finally it was approved. If you look at the time frame, it was almost like around 7 months, right, for the waiting period and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Olakule Jepedi, the answer is I don't know. Oh, the other case is how long people can wait before he can sue them. Okay, in my personal opinion, 4 years people can sue, but recently 4 years is not enough. We sue for somebody who waited for 8 years. We sue for somebody who waited for 7 years, and we're gonna sue here in September for somebody who waited for 9 years. But usually people were suing before after 4 years they sue, but right now it's like, I'll say 5 years and up. Yeah, you can sue anytime, really, quite frankly. But some people, after they've been waiting for 5 years, it works better if you waited for too long. Right now, because they have solid argument, right? Because right now they're not even playing with those dismissal of those asylum cases with, especially here in Maryland. If your case is at Arlington and you sue in Maryland, it's just not even working anymore. You really have to go where where they're taking action, like where they're gonna interview you. That's where you have to sue them, basically. Yeah, what we've done last year, the person waited for 8 years, another person waited for 7 years, and this year we're probably gonna sue in September. If we don't get a satisfactory response by September, we're gonna sue for somebody who waited for 9 years. September is gonna have 9 years. How much do I sue for asylum case? Is the person here? First of all, the person has to be, the action has to be taking place either in Washington D.C. or in Maryland for me to be able to sue, because I only have federal for Washington D.C. and Maryland. Yeah, and it's gonna depend on what the person has done, because we have to try first expediting and stuff like that. then we're gonna prepare them for the interview. It's like we're taking over the case altogether. I start with 7K and up. So yeah. But if the person is not here, the case is not taking place here, yeah, they have to find a lawyer where they reside. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's it. This is it. This is it. This is it. We are done for today. Thank you very much for showing up. Thank you very much. How long does the whole of our motion to reopen take place? Chicago. And where his asylum is gonna, like, where's the service center for his asylum? Chicago. Then he has to find a lawyer who's admitted in federal court in Chicago. Yeah, he has to find a lawyer who's admitted in federal court in Chicago, because if the service center says Chicago, you sue them here in Maryland, it's just not gonna work. They're just gonna dismiss it. Right now, they're really dismissing every case. This person is asking, how long does the VAWA motion to reopen takes? Are you filing the form I-290B? Motion to reopen by filing the form I-290B, or which form are you filing? To reopen to file a motion to reopen a case, which form are you filing? Usually that form is supposed to take only 6 months, but it takes more, and there's no processing time online for that specific form. What we do here is that after 6 months, we start following up with the Ombudsman office and all other offices. Yeah. Yeah, there's no specific time for it online, so there's no way for me to know how long it's gonna take. But what I've seen is after 6 months, they have to give you a response. Yeah, so 6 months, that's they have to. But if they don't, then you just have to follow up, because there's no time frame for it online. You're welcome, Timothy. You're welcome. So thank you very much for showing up. This is it for today. If anybody need the consultation, again, you can schedule it. That's it. Thank you very much. Until next time. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm trying to end this live session. It looks like they don't want me to leave. Jeez, I need to leave.